Nice try, Peter Kutenbauer. I see what you did there. It's not going to work. You're not going to get those animal spirits in that manner. Nice try. E for effort. It's the best you're going to get. From FP Street, follow the money. Corporate Canada lacks courage, Deloitte poll suggests. So, yeah, fucking polls. I mean, we all know how easily misconstrued polls can be. But even if they're not, it's not a true reflection of anything, really, to be honest with you. Corporate Canada is a timid place full of risk-averse leaders, and it's hurting the bottom line, says a new study that found that just 11% of businesses in Canada are truly courageous. The conclusion comes from a sweeping poll of 1,200 businesses across Canada by Deloitte, which on Monday released a 36-page report. The future belongs to the bold, illustrated with photographs of Inukshuk and of jack pine trees clinging tenaciously to a cliff. At a time when Canada needs its businesses to be bolder and more courageous than ever before, almost 90% aren't up to the task, the report concludes. This lack of courage has serious implications for the organization, for the Canadian economy overall. Well, first of all, let me just deal a little bit with this pretense, this premise, right? As someone that has owned a business prior, I can tell you right now, and even in this time frame, like in this modern day right now, if I want to, I could start a business tomorrow. My credit worthiness is good enough. I'm sure I could present a business model, as I've done before, that would be conducive for any bank. And I mean, they're trying to give money out fucking freely anyways. They're almost begging people to take it. But the reason why me, and it's not like I lack any skills or I'm scared of anything. I mean, think about it. They're basically trying to point this shit to someone like myself. And I'm going to tell, my response to Peter is, I'm not scared of anything. Like, ooh. No, it's not that I don't have the courage to open a business. It's that when I realize that I'm headed, like, that our society, our economic fucking model and the whole system that we're living in today is built on a house of cards and could collapse at any time. Why would I ever want to take the risk or even delve my feet or dip my foot in the water as far as starting a business when I realize that central planners have so much ability and power to manipulate, distort, and destroy my business? Why would I want to? I'm not in the habit of shooting myself on the fucking foot. But see, that's the thing. These central planners, their mentality is so fucked beyond belief. They're like, why isn't the economy growing? Why aren't fucking businesses reinvesting? Well, you fuckers have completely destroyed proper incentives and economic fundamentals, and then you're wondering why nobody's are adhering to proper incentives and economic fundamentals anymore. What a stupid fucking, like, holy shit. That's like me turning off the light in my fucking room and it's pitch black and wondering, why is it so goddamn dark in here? Why are people tripping and stumbling over all these obstacles in the room? Oh, that's right too. I turned the fucking lights off. Pretty close to the same correlation that we're talking about when you're talking about fucking central banks and central planners and actual proper economics. It's not that the business community or business leaders are unwilling to step up to the plate. They're smarter than fucking idiots that go into fucking goddamn positions of central bankers or think about it. All you got to do is become a good slave or a statist, a good sheep or dolphin or seal to repeat and regurgitate all the bullshit narratives of being a political master. And you can espouse whatever kind of bullshit you want. So you don't have to have any real world tangible skills that are applicable in proper economic sense. But the academia, the people from academia is like, damn it, my theoretical model is not properly functioning. What's going on here? It's because you don't understand the real world. Yeah, your theoretical models that you come up with in your fucking classroom, you're really surprised that don't work out in the real world, are you? Well, like I say, Maybe you should step out in the real world. Try starting a business. Try being one of those people that you're insulting and see if you yourself wouldn't have your mind changed. If you had to try to be a business leader and had to function where you didn't have the ability to steal and plunder the masses to compensate for your bad choices, judgments, or decisions, when you're a regular person and you don't have that capability and you actually have to be on the hook for your bad choices or decisions or economic modeling, there's not much incentive for you to do it when you know there's a very, very profound and substantial percentage of your business not making it or barely getting off the ground, even if it gets off the ground, being destroyed entirely, and your whole future being turned upside down as a result. I won't do it until I recognize, which it doesn't look like it's getting even close. It looks like it's getting further and further away. But I'll tell you just my own personal subjective experience. I would never start a business in Canada, and I know I could, and I know they could be very successful and prosperous. But I won't ever do it until I realize central planners don't have the power to manipulate and destroy my hard work and my efforts. That's the only time I'll ever try to delve into the world of business again. When I realize that I can make that conscious effort, put all that hard work in, and won't be all that hard work and effort won't be destroyed as a result of some fucking central planner or legislator or central banker that gets to manipulate and distort reality. When that ever comes to fruition, that's when you'll see animal spirits starting to properly show themselves from the Canadian people or anyone else. But until that happens, stop trying to deride or insult the business community for not wanting to go along to get along and keep this system of oppression hum along a little longer. Recognize that they're smarter than you to a substantial degree, and maybe show a little humility and a little civility and start, instead of trying to propagate your control even further, maybe you should start, like I said in my prior video, take your hands off the fucking wheel and let the markets take control. Stop being that central planner. Stop trying to be that control freak that tries to fucking dictate and mandate the economic system in Canada. Have the courage to take your hands off the wheel and let the market take control. That's when you'll see prosperity truly increase. That's when you'll see fucking animal spirits starting to creep into the Canadian psyche again. Without it, you can insult the business community all day long, or until you're black and blue in the face. But it's never you're not going to inspire them to be great business leaders or to come up with new inventions or idea or innovations by insulting them or trying to call them cowards because they don't want to function in a dark fucking room with a bunch of tricky, nasty obstacles they're going to be tripping over all the time. They like a clear path. They like to at least understand their destination and how they can get there. That's how a proper business model works. If you went to a bank to borrow money, they want to have a proper economic business model presented towards them where they can actually see the line from here to there. If you told them, well, I'll just get Pinocchio but if you just give them some kind of bullshit narrative, they're not going to fucking give you any money. And the Canadian business community is not going to try to reinvest or recapitalize in the market until central planners no longer have the ability to control, manipulate, and dominate the whole fucking conversation, the economic conversation, and what takes place as a result of that conversation. It's G'day, Libertarian, and I love liberty.